Good morning. I hope that you are doing well this morning, enjoying your favorite cup of coffee, your favorite cup of tea, or depending on when you are watching this video, maybe you've already transitioned over to water. Let's get into today's video topic. I know this looks a little funny, but this was a question that's popped into the inbox. And so I want to show you how this works. So, number one, I'm in my Chat GPT account. And last week, I hosted a workshop, Break Up with Your To-Do List with AI. And at the end of that, I launched brand new baby, the AI Command Center. So what is the AI Command Center anyway? It is a collection, and you can see, look at all of these different ones over here. You can see all of the GPTs, and they're color coded. So whether they are about sales, whether they are around your product, whether they are around your team, they're color coded. So I love that. It's a collection of customized GPTs. So what is a customized GPT? A customized GPT is a trained GPT. So if we think about the evolution of how AI, came to us, several years ago, it was very clunky, very slow. And then it was a flood of prompts, and that was the way to use it. And now it's it was GPTs, but it was like open GPTs, meaning anybody could access them, anybody could use them. And now what we're seeing is trained GPTs. And I think my eyes really opened up to this opportunity using GPTs for a couple of reasons. I launched another product, Low Ticket Designer. And inside of Low Ticket Designer, there is a GPT knowledge to template. So it basically asks you 3 questions. And I have specifically trained it basically on all my templates. And it helps you put together a template based on if you want it in Trello, Asana, ClickUp, Notion, Google, it doesn't matter. It will share the information, organize all of the information that you give it, and write it for you and customize it based on that output, Trello, Asana, etc. What I saw from that little product and from that really just diamond inside of that program, people took action. And they got so excited with the information, they didn't worry about all of the details of launching. They literally just launched. Now, of course, all the details are inside of that program, but it really encouraged me to then do the Business Command Center setup GPT, the Overwhelmed to Organize GPT, really putting together the ecosystem of templates that I had. And then I thought, well, you know what? Why don't I share the GPTs that I have and that I work with kind of behind the scenes? A question has come into the inbox. How does this work with the templates that I have? And so really quickly, I wanted to show you how we can do that and actually what it does. All of my GPTs are story based, and I really, really encourage you. So if you can't see it or not, that little mic, that dictate mic, is really key. You're having a conversation. It's literally going to prompt you and ask you the question of how you wanted to get started. So today, look, podcast wizard. So we're doing the podcast wizard, and I've refined this a couple of times, but this is around the question that has come into the inbox. How can I use Command Center, AI Command Center, with the templates that I've purchased? I'm like, oh, perfect. And the way that they were framing the question, I was like, oh, I don't want them to be confused. And so I've gone back and forth just a little bit. I literally just spoke this into the dictate, into my wizard, the podcast wizard. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking a look and I'm like, yeah, I'm never looking at a blank page. So you use GPTs to help you to complete tasks faster. It's Thursday. The deadline on Thursday is that all of my content is recorded. And so I take a pain that you guys are sharing with me and I solve that pain. This is all my frameworks. This is all like my brain on the screen. And it helps me. There are days that you don't feel like doing things. And here's the thing. I want to be really careful because I think marketers are making you feel, number one, overwhelmed by all of the stuff that they share with you. But more importantly, like your business is going to crash if you're not using AI. I don't necessarily think your business is going to crash if you don't use AI. But the one thing I do know and can guarantee is that it's going to take you a heck of a lot more time to complete tasks. Like the amount of time that I take now to actually run the business, 20 hours or less. And last night I was actually mapping out my schedule. I've got it down to 2 days starting at 9 a.m. and it's a hard stop at 3. 2 days starting at 9 a.m., hard stop at 3. And I only have one team member, Heather. And Heather's not crazy either. Heather's not implementing crazy. Now, when we do launches and things like that, yes, I'm working more. That only makes sense. There's a lot more things to do. But then we plug this into the framework. So let's talk about it. The templates. The templates are your foundation. What templates do I have? Business Command Center. Organize all of the links, everything inside of your business. It is your business brain. It is the organization business brain, right? Simple Social. What is it? You plan, you organize, and you track your social media. That is that template. And then finally, we get to the Client Command Center and we're organizing our client work. That is the ecosystem. So then what is the hierarchy there? How do I make them all work together? Well, we make them work together is we put them all, number one, on the Business Command Center, on the Trello list. But more importantly, I want you to look at it as the foundation. Your templates are the blueprints for your business based on the specific area, whether it's client work or whether it is social media or whether we're organizing things inside of our business, right? So here it's giving me the story prompt. Then it's the teaching prompt. Point number 2, the AI Command Center is the engine. I love that. So this is the framework. Now this is the engine, and this is where you can literally copy and paste them into AI, create a blog post, create social captain, email drafter, client deliverable, full-time assistant that never gets tired. So what an amazing opportunity that we have right now, if you think about it. Before, it's like and I talked about this and how to break up with your to-do list. I really needed to duplicate myself. The way that I duplicated myself in the old days was I documented everything on a Google Doc and put it in a 3-ring binder and handed it off to my best friend who then ran my event. It was at that moment when I generated revenue without being present that whole, when the systems you own generate more than your expenses, you become financially independent. Give them your brain, right? And so these GPTs are not just random prompts. They're not. I really, and you know the difference between like a good GPT and a not so good. Everything really inside of the AI Command Center is story based, but it's your story. It is your story, which makes it amazing and puts it in your voice. That's how this is working. So basically I've plugged in a framework, I've trained it, and it's very conversational. It literally doesn't say, who's your dream customer? Because then you're like, well, I'm not really sure who my dream customer is. My dream customer is blah, 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 blah. Questions, conversations, and use this little mic, dictate. So finally, let's look at point 3 here. Putting them together is the flow. So I loved how I really spoke what the problem was: foundation, engine, flow. That was perfect. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it. So the story prompt is here inside Simple Social. This is giving you for example, you mapped out your weekly Instagram posts. Instead of staring at a blank screen, you can drop the ideas into the AI Command Center, which the AI Command Center already is prepared. It's trained and you have a conversation with it and based on that topic. So then it's just going to be a copy paste into Simple Social. And then you add the graphics. And then at the end of the month, you do your tracking. So you're never really you're never starting from scratch. And so the template organize, the AI Command Center implements. What? Okay. So the key takeaway, your templates give you the clarity and structure, which that is one of the key missing components, really. And I have, the more that I talk about it, the more conversations I have with my customer, I lean into structure and routine. And a lot of folks, when they're starting their business, they don't have the structure and routine. That really is the secret. Why is that a secret? Because the structure and routine helps you with consistency. And if you can get things done faster with AI, done. Done, and thank you. Can I have another? So let's see what else it has to say here. The AI Command Center turns the structure into finished work. Put them together and you'll stop spinning your wheels and start actually completing important tasks. So if you found this helpful, hit subscribe. So it's thinking that I'm doing the podcast. I'm doing the video for you guys so you can see. And it says, do you want me to expand on point one further by giving you 2 to 3 different story prompts? Because in the beginning, I didn't necessarily like the first prompt. It didn't make sense to me. It wasn't, I don't want to say that it didn't align, but I was like, no, try again. And that's the thing. So you literally like, which one of, let me see, which GPT do you need? You click it, you click start, and from there you have a conversation. Now you can type it, but I can dictate faster than I can type. And I'm all about speed so that you can close the laptop and do more of what you love to do. So we are still open. We're going to be open until Wednesday at midnight. These are all of the founding members. Founding members help shape a program. So, it's basically my brain that I'm giving you with all the GPTs. We've laid it out. We feel like it's organized, but I love hearing from my customer because you guys have really, 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 really good ideas. And I know if one person has a question or an idea, maybe they've experienced in another program and they want to bring it to this program and how we can enhance it, I know other people do. And I'm all about really helping you get to your end goal. It's like having your cake and eating it too. As a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a woman, like I understand I'm the nucleus here making all these things happen. Daniel's been gone this week. Jack started classes at his new school. He called me today. The bike lock isn't working. Thomas is already back. He just got a huge promotion. Maggie has started taking classes again. Ander is doing well. Like all the things are happening. And I'm just a phone call away. And that's exactly what I want. And I'm doing lots of punch needles. But it's capacity, guys. It boils down to capacity. And so I would love for you to be a founding member. I would love to help answer any questions. So here, look, you see, this is me. Blah, 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 blah. I would love to help answer any questions that you have around the AI Command Center. I want to show you how you can use AI in your business. I don't want to talk about how great it is. I'm actually showing you how you can use it. And I'm not throwing a gazillion tools at you. That does nothing. Inside of Break Up With Your To-Do List, one of the things that we talked about in AI overwhelm is to stop and say, what do I really need to use AI for inside of my business? Not just being bombarded. And it will, with all of the AI noise, but turn that noise off. And what are the specific tasks that AI can help me complete? And that's exactly, I've boiled it down into the 4 systems, from operations, from marketing and sales and product. And not only that, each and every month, the community is going to vote. I give you 3 shots. They're going to vote on a GPT that they want, and that will be the monthly drop inside of the community. So I am really excited, doubling down. This is my 3rd iteration of an AI product. I started way back and it was so slow. It was like, yeah, answer some questions and go make a cup of coffee. And then it got better. And now I've done this, and there's a reason why I've done it this way. So when you click it, either in the free or paid program, it literally, you can start using it. You can start using it. Tracy, she messaged from the video that I sent her welcoming her in. She's like, oh my gosh, I spent some time. I can't believe how amazing this is and how much time it's going to save me and how much clarity, clarity and confidence like that. Those are the things that we want. So I'm on a PC. I can't believe it. I've done it, y'all. My new Apple, hopefully, is falling from the tree soon. I don't know how you guys do it here in PC land. It's just I'm an Apple user and I've used Apple for so long. If you don't know, my Apple crashed. So take care. We'll talk soon. Remember, founding member closes Wednesday at midnight, and we will be doing our onboarding call on Thursday. Take care. We'll talk soon.